Hey, good evening, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this Monday, January 17th, Martin Luther King Day. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you realize your unrealized potential by helping you become a successful currency trader using our super accurate proprietary trading tools. And we supplement that with personalized one-on-one training, which we consider to really be the most effective and efficient way to learn. So with that, in this session, we with our tools, we have over a dozen different trading signals. I am going to focus on two of them in this session. One of them is called the 10-point trade. Another, if we have time, is the thick orange line trade, which is a little scalp trade. So with that, let's get into it and start trading. We need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about our program is that we do these live trades so that you can see how the analysis works, see how accurate we are, the traders that do these, who have been instructed on how to read the indicator, so you can evaluate for yourself how well the tool works and whether you would be capable of using it. We do live trades every day. If you are a light member or a non-member, you have access to you have access to this schedule. Do the trade tonight. We do another trade tomorrow morning at 6:30 in the morning. And then we have an intro to coaching session at 9:30 if you're a light member. If you are a regular member, though, look at all these trades you've got access to. Every morning at 10 a.m. we do a trade. It's usually a 3 to 5 pips scalp trade. Every evening we do a trade, trading on the Australian market. On Sundays we do a trade. And if that's not enough for you, we have extra trading sessions at 8 p.m. Eastern. So lots of opportunities to trade, for you to see how it works, for you to get instruction with an experienced trader, and actually to take away a trade for the 30 minutes you've invested with me. I work off of a little kind of checklist like a pilot does. Before I've come on, I check to make sure that everything is up and working properly, that the green charts in the MetaTrader 4 are working. I am being told that I may need a better computer that's got more horsepower than the one I've got, because in the last month we've had some issues where the charts freeze up because I don't have enough juice here to stream and have the charts open. I don't really ever notice the charts having a problem when I'm not streaming. But anyways, that's in the works. Good habit every day is to review what you've done that day, not just in trading, but in life, and see what tweaks you can make to make things better. It is we do give you the signals, but as you go along, you're going to pick up things and you're going to add that to your toolbox of trading so that you can get more and more accurate. We've got many traders that are at the 90% accuracy. I'm a little bit over 80%. But even at 80%, you can make quite a bit of money as you've seen if you followed me. As we are technical traders, which means our indicators are very, very good at capturing the price action of what's going on in the market and where the turns are. News also impacts currency. So we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. And the best place to get that news is on, or the place I like to get that news is on forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks it news down into kind of three categories. Yellow is low impact, which we kind of don't pay attention to. Orange is medium impact, which I tend to ignore also. But red is high impact, and when I see a red item, I want to kind of trade around it. And ideally, I like to be out of it 2 hours beforehand. We have an issue tonight because they don't have a time on this Bank of Japan outlook report, so we don't know when this is coming out. And then they've got that followed up by monetary policy statement and policy rate. So we don't know what's going on here. In this evening trade, the yen is something we like to trade because it's becoming warning time in Japan. So without the yen, that's going to kind of significantly limit what the possible trades that we might be able to take tonight. But with that, let's go ahead and start our trading and see what we can come up with. This is one of our standard chart layouts. It is the light 6 major. I call it the composite chart. I call it the composite chart because it gives us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour candle. So it allows me to kind of quickly scan through the charts and see once you've learned the signal to see if you see a setup. So we're going to start here with the first one, AUD, USD, Australian dollar, US dollar. I start with the middle part of the chart. These red and green lines, these are called the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and the gray line is the minor indicator. The red horizontal line is the oversold line. So when these lines are down below the red line, that is a buying opportunity. And likewise, when the lines are up above the blue line, that is a selling opportunity. And when the lines are below the red line, like we have here, I am looking for situations where the lines are pointing up, as we have here. So I've got what are considered 3 points. On this 10-point trade, I am looking to gather at least 7 points. And the points are counted as follows. 1, that we're below the red line, which we are. They're just entering the channel. 2, that all the lines are pointing up. And 3, that the gray line is crossed over the black and the green is crossed over the red. So I've got 3 points here. When I have 3 points here, I go to my TNTs, which is this top part. And there are 4 lines up here, 2 orange lines, 2 blue lines. And I'm going to count how many lines are going in the direction that tells me buy. And I want at least 3 of the 4 of these telling me buy. When orange goes up, that is a buy. So the thick orange line is going up here, but the thin isn't. And here, the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means buy. So I've got the thick orange going up, the thick blue going down, both telling me buy, but these 2 aren't telling me buy. The thin orange is telling me sell, and the dotted blue is telling me sell. I want 3 out of the 4 here to tell me sell. If I get those 3 out of the 4, I'm going to go down and look at my pressure and see if I can get a point there. In this case, I've got down pressure. The lines are going down, but I have the green line on top, so I do have a point. So I have a point here. I have 3 points here, but I only have 2 points here. I want to get 3 points here. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. I do like this. This is a good signal here. Euro USD. Euro USD. This is on this evening trade. I don't trade the Euro USD off of the hour chart. Now, for those of you following me, I send out the daily trade of the day, which is on the Euro USD, and I figure out that trade. You haven't seen how I figure it out, but I figure it out using the day chart. And tonight it was a buy signal. We're getting a buy signal here, but I'm not going to take a buy signal off of this chart because it's it's like non-prime time. Euro, it's after hours, or Euro, it's in the middle of the night, it's midnight, and here it's after hours. So the signals tend not to be as good here. So I'm not going to take a trade off of this. I like to trade when at least one of the currency pairs are morning time. And by morning time, I mean before noon. Pound US, again, non-current. This isn't a bad signal, just as this isn't a bad signal, but I am going to, and we have the 7 points here. We got, 3 here, 4 here, the 2 orange lines going up, the 2 blues going down, and I got the green line on top. But again, since it's non-prime time, I'm going to pass. Becomes harder to figure out the number of pips when it's non-prime time. US Canadian, we're going to skip. US Swiss franc, we're going to skip because, again, non-prime time. US yen, it is coming in morning time in Japan, but I do not have a good setup on the majors and minors. We're in the middle of the channel. I want to catch a situation where we are either oversold and going up or overbought and coming down. So in the middle of the channel, doesn't mean a good trade can't be taken, but what happens is there's not as many pips to be had. If I can catch a signal here and catch it going all the way up, it's worth more pips. And on a 1 hour chart, usually a trade is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips or 30 pips. So and if you watch my trading, the majority of my trades are around 10 pips. There's a reason for that, because I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart, and depending on where the pair is, where the price is, based on the support or resistance, it's going to, there'll be 5 to 30 pips there. Euro pound, we're going to skip it because it's non-prime time. Australian dollar yen. We have the setup here on the majors, but I'm worried about the yen, the news on the yen. I can't control that. But even if the news wasn't there, I still don't have part 2 of the signal. I only have 2 points here. Thick orange is going up, thick blue is coming down. So those 2 mean buy, but dotted blue is going up, which means sell, and thin orange is going down. That means sell. So nothing there. Euro Canadian in the middle of the channel, non-prime time. Australian New Zealand dollar. This is morning time for both of these pairs. Majors are overbought, but still going up. I want everybody overbought. The minors aren't there yet, and going down. So we don't quite have it. Pound yen. We are, the signal is just a little bit more than halfway. With respect to the signal, I like that this is a nice signal here. All the lines are nice and clustered. When the lines are clustered, that's a stronger signal. And there's good steepness here on the green line. I also look to the steepness. So I've got 3 points here. I've got only 2 points up here. I don't have enough. This is going back and forth. The thin orange is It's down now, but just a second ago, it was just slightly up. So I don't have 3 of the 4. The trick in this trade, if you want to call it a trick, is each of these sections are measuring something different. So when I get points out of each of these sections, then I've got a high probability trade. High probability trade has greater accuracy, and the better my accuracy, the more successful trader I am. So all I need to look at is if I get alignment between these 3 things, I've got high confidence that the trade's going to do what I want. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought going up, so nothing there. I want them when they're overbought. I want them coming back down. So again, I've cloned this chart and just added other pairs. So I've got another set of 6 pairs to take a look at. Canadian dollar, yen. We're a little bit more than halfway. I like to catch the signal a little earlier, but again, we're going to skip this because we've got the yen in here, and the yen has got that it's got that red on the Forex factory of news coming up. Euro, New Zealand dollar, overbought, going up. Miners haven't quite gotten there. Pound, New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's going up. So not quite ready yet. New Zealand dollar, yen. We're in the middle of the channel. Everybody's going up, so nothing there. Gold, USD. And we're a little bit more than halfway, so I'm going to pass. I'm sitting here thinking about it. The other thing I'm thinking about is this guy killed us last week on the trade. Even though it's going up above halfway and coming back below halfway, what I don't like about this signal here, everybody's going up, but you see the kink in the line here, the kink in the green line. It is I've got the beginning part of the green line is steeper, less steep, more steep, less steep. I don't like it when the line kinks from more steep to less steep on a buy. I want it to kick from more steep to even more steep. I want the line to be kinked up. So from less steep to more steep, not from more steep to less steep. So I'm going to pass on this guy. Bitcoin, we're in the middle of the channel. So let's go to our next group and see what we can see. Again, another 4. So we've gone through 18 pairs looking for that signal. Miners are just going up on Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Majors have turned within the channel, but they're more than halfway, so I'm going to pass. Yen, Swiss franc, we're in the middle of the channel. We're more than in the middle of the channel. We're approaching overbought. Everybody's going up. Euro, yen, middle of the channel again, more than halfway. Everybody's going up. I'm looking for situations where I get the lines up here or down here. Pound, Australian dollar, middle of the channel, more than halfway. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, middle of the channel, more than halfway. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, middle of the channel, more than halfway. We wouldn't take this because this is not prime time for either of these. So we've just gone through 24 signals and didn't find one that we liked. So I am going to change gears and evaluate another signal. And as I said, we've got about a dozen signals. In fact, I just learned a new signal the other day from Matt. Matt made a $500,000 with this signal off of the Echo chart. but I haven't practiced it enough or know it well enough to like show you. But basically, it has to do where this number is 2 or more, and you got 2 blocks here. But it's pretty exciting. I've seen his the Lamborghini he's bought because he was able to do this. But as I said, there's a bunch of different signals, and it's just a matter of learning the different signals and then knowing when to apply them. So we're going to change courses. Since we didn't see a 10-point trade, I'm going to go to a little scalp trade called the thick orange line trade, which focuses primarily on what the thick orange line is doing. And the thick orange line is a scaled number that shows up here. When this line is as high as it can go, it is at 10. And when it's at 10, it's telling us it doesn't believe there's any more up in the movement. There's no more up in the movement. That is a time to sell. Likewise, when it is at 0, when the line's way down here, that's telling us it doesn't think there's any more sell in the movement. So if there's no more sell in the movement, that's time to buy. Once we see that, then we're going to confirm it by looking at what looking at what the majors and minors are doing. So I'm just going to go across here and look for 0 or 10, or if we're within 1 point of either end. So here 5 is no, 10 is 10, so that's yes. So if I get a 10 here, I want confirmation that the market is indeed, there's no more up in the market. I am going to get that by looking at where the majors and minor lines are. And what I want to see is all 4 of these lines up here, way above the blue line. When I see all 4 lines above the blue line, when they're way above the blue line, that means they're way overbought. If they're way overbought, they're going to be coming down, even though they haven't quite turned yet. So here, the minors are over the blue line, but the majors are only the green line of the major is touching the line. I want all the lines up here. So I don't have that. So I'm going to pass. 10. So I've got the signal here. But look where my majors and minors are. My minors are up there. My majors aren't there yet. So my majors still have some more push going up. So what happens is when this is at 10 and all these lines are up here, when the candle changes at the top of the hour, it's like we're pulling it tight, and there's going to be a little snapback at the top of the hour. So I want to catch that snapback. But when they're in the middle of the channel like this, there's still more up to come. So let's keep going. 1.3 isn't close enough. I need it to be between 0 and 1. 4.1 isn't close enough. 3.1 isn't close enough. Let's go to the next group. 5, no. 5, no. 3.4, no. 4, no. 7, no. 9.6, yes, that's within 1 of 10. And my minors are up here, but my majors aren't quite high enough yet. I want the red line of my major really to be probably even a little bit higher than where the black line is. I want all of these guys up here. We can, if we want, in fact, I'm going to write it down since we haven't found a trade yet, Euro Canadian, or excuse me, Euro Australian dollar, thick orange line, sell. So if we wait till the clock changes, if this number goes down by more than 1, we could consider taking that. So we're going to keep this guy, put him on deck, and see if we don't find anything, we'll come back to him. What makes this a little different? When I was saying I want all the lines like up here. Here the lines have changed direction. they have started to come down. Whereas normally we're going to catch this where the lines are still going up and they haven't turned. So since these have turned, I'm gonna consider this if we don't find anything else. That's adding a little wrinkle to it. So let's see what else. 5, no. 8.4 isn't close enough. 9.7, yes, that's within 1 of 10. But again, my lines, my majors and minors aren't high enough. You see how easy, like this is like a real simple way. Doesn't take much figuring out. It's either there or it's not. 5, no. 10, yes. These are in the middle of the channel, no. 10, yes, but still in the middle of they're just reaching the overbought line. I want them well above the overbought line. So let's keep going. 3, no. 5, no. 8.4, no. 10, yes, but sure, no. No, no, no. 5, no. 5, no. So we've gone through 24 pairs and we didn't find anything. And we looked at this guy, 9.6. Euro AUD. Let's go ahead and set up the sell. We will go ahead and take it if that number 9.6 drops by more than 1, if it goes 8.6. So I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4. I am going to open up the chart, Euro AUD. And the reason I'm not taking it is because I don't have the signal as I would like it. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to find Euro AUD, which is usually going to be down in this second Forex tab. Euro AUD, here it is. Pulls it up. I'm going to make it so that the chart is similar. And we have got a huge spread. See the difference between the number here, 22 and 25? That is a 2.5 pip spread. Taking a 5 pip trade. This trade is always good for 5 pips. We don't have to use any calculation on it. So we're giving 40% of the profit to, now it's down to 2 pips to the broker. Whereas here, if we kind of look at the Euro USD, the spread is, in this case, it's 6 points. It's 9.9 to 10.5, which is 6 points, which is less than a pip. Normally, this spread, like during the day, like if this were morning time, this spread would be 1 to 2 points. So a tenth of a pip. Here, they want 2 full pips, which is a lot. We're going from 21 to 23. But I am going to tee this up. I'm going to set up new order. I've got 11,100 in this demo account. So to figure out the lot size, I'm going to move this decimal over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take a lot size of 1.1. I'm going to have this keyed in and kind of ready to go. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit right yet. I will add that in after I take the trade. I just want to get the trade executed. So let's go back and we're going to take a look and see what's going on with the signal. There's 8 seconds. Let's see what happens when it changes. It went to 6. I'm going to go ahead and take a 5 pip sell on this. Let's go ahead and take the 5 pip sell. So let's go back. I'm going to click sell. Once it's recorded, I am going to then right click anywhere along the order. I'm going to go to modify. If I put in 50 here under the points and press this copy as button, it's going to do the math and figure out what the 5 pips is. This trade, we're going to do a 4-to-1. So if I'm going for 5 pips profit, I'm going to put in a 20 pip stop loss. 20 pip stop loss is 200 points. Click here. And I like to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I want to confirm the price I got in at. I got in at 0.5822. If I take 5 away from 5822, I'm going to go to 5817. So we took a sell using the thick orange line trade for 5 pips on the Euro Australian dollar with a take profit of 1.58172, take profit of 1.58172, and a stop loss of 1.58426. Stop loss of 1.58426. I would expect this to close in the next couple hours. Let's see if we've got any questions. No questions. All right, gang, we will be here again tomorrow morning at 6:30 in the morning, and we will find another winning trade. All right, thanks so much for being here. We are here to help you become successful traders, and we do that because you're working with people who all know what they're doing. Thanks so much, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.